Good afternoon and welcome to the Clinical Trials BC Awards presentations. I'm Sterling Bryan, the President of the BC Academic Health Science Network. And I'm joining you from my home in North Vancouver, the traditional, unceded and beautiful territories of the Squamish and Tsleil-Waututh nations. And this is my co-host, Alison Orth, who is the Director of Clinical Trials BC.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to begin by acknowledging that the land on which I live and work is the traditional and unceded territory of Coast Salish peoples, specifically the Kwantlen, Coetzee, Semiahmoo, and Tsawwassen First Nations. Sterling and I are excited to be presenting two awards this afternoon. The first award is the Clinical Trials BC Support Award.
The Clinical Trials BC Support Award recognizes the community-based volunteer commitment of an individual, organization, company, or agency to strengthen BC's research and clinical trials community. The criteria and qualifications associated with this award include achievements, support, and leadership of BC's research and clinical trials community. The recipient of this award has shown significant positive impact in the research and clinical trials community in BC through their support activities. They've also shown exemplary leadership and an active and impactful fostering of the research community in BC through volunteerism and support contributions.
So for the year 2020, this award goes to an organization. It marks 25 years of support to the research and clinical trials community. This group has made an enormous contribution to the professional development and ongoing education of research team professionals in this province, in many forms and in many areas. In particular, they have provided a forum for clinical research professionals to meet, share ideas, develop partnerships, and keep abreast of the changing regulatory and legal environment. This was noted as being exceptionally significant as Canada and the world embark upon the modernization and renovation of clinical trials.
And so on behalf of the BC Academic Health Science Network, Clinical Trials BC, and the research community, we are pleased to present the award to Fasken.
Hello, my name is Heather Harris. I am the Executive Director of CanSolve CKD Network, one of the 5 chronic disease networks funded in part by the Canadian Institutes of Health Research under the Strategy for Patient-Oriented Research. I've been involved in the BC health research landscape now for over 20 years, in both private sector and public sector work. In my work with the BC Clinical Research Infrastructure Network and as a board member of the Clinical Research Professionals of BC, I have had the pleasure of working with Roger Cuppers and Fasken. Fasken has been part of the clinical research landscape in BC for many years, and I am delighted that they are receiving this award for service to the clinical trials and research community. This organization has done so much to support the enterprise in BC, from offering up their spectacular boardroom to the CRPBC and snacks, of course, to providing guidance on everyone's favorite topic of research contracts and beyond, and serving on our advisory boards. Fasken has been a strong supporter of the research enterprise, and for this I am grateful and offer my thanks and congratulations.
My name is Leslie Love. I have been working in clinical research in Vancouver for many, many years. I am an original member of the CRPBC, the Clinical Research Professionals of BC. We originally met in the offices of the BC Lung Association and called ourselves the Donut Hole Group after the treats that one of the members brought with them. Fasken got involved in the late 1990s, and their support has been wonderful. It's really opened us up to a wider audience, not just geographically, but also all of the stakeholders that are involved in clinical research. Their support has been with their venue, with facilities, administrative support, speakers for our speaker series, and snacks that go well beyond those original donut holes. Thank you very much, Fasken. Your support has been wonderful, and this award is well deserved. Thank you for your support of clinical research, not just in Vancouver, but in all of BC.
On behalf of Life Sciences BC and the life sciences community, it is my honor to congratulate the Faskens on this very prestigious award. The Community Service Award recognizes Faskens for their over 25 years of extraordinary contributions to the life sciences ecosystem. With their established Vancouver-based life sciences group, Faskens has been a fantastic partner to our sector. With their years of involvement in support of research in the clinical trials community, the support of the professional development events and initiatives that we run, constantly working to foster networking partnerships and connections, hosting events, and of course, their longstanding support of Life Sciences BC. A big thank you to Roger and Will for their leadership, and again, congratulations to the Faskens team.
And to accept the award, to Fasken are Will Westering, who is the managing partner of Fasken, and Roger Kuipers, senior partner, Life Sciences Group at Fasken.
Thank you and good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Fasken, Roger and I are very pleased to accept this 25th Anniversary Support Award from Clinical Trials BC. As the award indicates, Fasken had a long-standing relationship with the clinical research professionals of BC and with the research community in our province. We are proud to support CTBC's mission to maximize the educational, health, and economic benefits of clinical trials for the people of British Columbia. We share your values of innovating for excellence and providing exceptional service and value in the work that we do. Having like-minded values helps build strong, enduring partnerships, such as the one we have here. Our Life Sciences group at Fasken is committed to leadership in life sciences law. One way we pursue that goal is through the Clinical Research Professionals of BC Speakers Series. We present on and discuss legal issues related to clinical research. We value this opportunity to engage with you and many health and research partners advancing science for BC, Canada, and globally. Certainly 2020 has reinforced the importance of science and its world-changing impacts. I'd like to thank you for the work you do. We are honored to be recognized in support of you. Thank you for this special award. We look forward to our continued partnership. Now Roger has a few words he'd like to share.
Thanks for the award. It's been a pleasure hosting the CRPBC over the last couple of decades and presenting on clinical research issues. The clinical research community includes a wide variety of perspectives, from academics to pharmaceutical company reps, which makes for some very interesting post-presentation discussions. I should take this opportunity to thank two Fasken lawyers who passed the CRPBC torch on to me. Lorene Nowakowski of our Labour and Employment Practice Group, and Madame Justice Lorianne Fenlon, who now serves on our Court of Appeal. As Will mentioned, the events of 2020 have reinforced the importance of the work you do. I'm reminded of a discussion my wife and I had with our kids a few years ago at dinner. We were discussing what our kids could do when they grow up. My wife, unsurprisingly, suggested that they consider being doctors and noted the doctors save lives. I said that if they want to save lives, they could become clinical researchers and be part of a team that saves thousands of lives. I put away the dishes that night. My wife's a doctor. Your daily effort to promote human health and wellness is one of the most profound endeavors of our time. We're very proud to be in your corner. Thanks again.
The second award this afternoon is the Clinical Trials BC Service Award. This award recognizes the community-based volunteer commitment of an individual, organization, company, or agency to improve the research and clinical trials community in BC.
The qualifications for this award include criteria associated with a notable achievement, service to the clinical trials and research community, and leadership in the clinical trials community.
And so the recipient of this award has made long-term positive impacts in the research and clinical trials community in BC through their service activities. They've shown exemplary leadership and service to the research community through active and impactful events. There can be no doubt that they have made major contributions to the advancement of clinical trials through activities that address challenges within the area and have inspired and mentored the next generation of clinical research teams and professionals.
For the year 2020, the Service Award goes to an organization. This award also marks 25 years of service to the research and clinical trials community. On behalf of BCHSN, Clinical Trials BC, and our research community, we are pleased to present this award to the Clinical Research Professionals of British Columbia, also known as CRPBC.
Hello, everyone. I'm Terry Arcand. I worked with Task Research Services as a founder and worked in vaccine research from 1974. And in 1994, I had a call from Mary Sue Fairbairn, and she invited me to come to be part of a group of coordinators that it's sort of a scattered bunch of us were collected together. And in that bunch was Kathy.
Hi, and I'm Kathy Metcalf. I started doing research in 1992. I still am doing research, but for the focus that we're looking at, Mary Sue Fairbairn, the leader and guru of our group, she was doing the same study as I was, and that's how I got included into this small eclectic group of new or relatively new coordinators. We called this group the Donut Hole Group. Mary Sue would walk down to Broadway and pick up donut holes. And that would be our stack for our education group and networking group, and hence the name stuck as the Donut Hole Group. Very, very scientific. When we moved into Fasken, we needed a bigger venue, we needed a conference room where we could meet. And there are some of the group that took the ACP exam for coordinating, and some that wanted to affiliate themselves with SOCRA. Mary Sue, in her wisdom, decided that we looked at being an ACRP chapter, we looked at being a SOCRA chapter. Neither one worked for all of us, and hence we renamed our group from the Donut Hole Group to the CRPBC.
Naming ourselves the CRPBC, Clinical Trial Professionals of BC. Mary Sue, here she is again, was also working on getting some availability of training for us in BC. And so she was stepping from the BC Lung Association and had managed to persuade BCIT to take on the option of providing training. And so she was instrumental there in starting in 1997, she started the clinical research professional training course at BCIT. I know, thank you from us, Kathy and myself, for 25 years ago, and to you all, and may you continue with your vision. And we wish you the best.
For sure.
Right?
Congratulations. And to accept the award to CRPBC are Judy Needham, the current president of CRPBC, Alexandra Kuzmanovich, who's an executive member of CRPBC, and Maria Bukevska, who is a research coordinator at UBC.
Hello to everyone attending the virtual conference. It is my honor and privilege to accept the BC Clinical Trials Service Award on behalf of the CRPBC Advisory Committee in recognition of 25 years of volunteer service to the clinical research community. I sincerely thank Clinical Trials BC and members of the selection committee for choosing the CRPBC as the recipients of this award. I am honored to serve as the current chair of the advisory committee, working alongside dedicated clinical research professionals to organize the speaker series each year. I would like to recognize the current advisory committee members: Alexandra Kuzmanovich, Catherine Mock, Jeanette Polmanta, Maria Buzewska, Nera Angelic, and Olga Ozovska. I want to thank FASCN, our community sponsor since the mid-90s, and particularly Roger Kuiper, for providing continued support and office space on the 27th floor of their downtown office. I also wish to thank all the speakers who have volunteered their time so that the CRPBC can provide an educational program for its members. And thank you, Clinical Trials BC, for this award.
And so we thank you for joining us this afternoon for the awards presentation. We're very proud to have bestowed these awards on two very deserving groups that have made such an impact on the clinical trials and research community in our province over the past 25 years. I hope that you will all take the time to congratulate the recipients of these awards in your own way. Thank you very much.